From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Steve Milton.
It's Thursday, July 4th. Happy Fireworks Day, USA. This is Ticats Today, and I'm Steve Milton. Right off the bat, I want to extend Independence Day best wishes to the more than 24 American players, coaches, and front office staff with the Tiger Cats. Many of them are away from their families on what is, along with Thanksgiving, their country's most celebratory day of the year. Now, it may be a holiday to the south, but here in the north, it was all work. Day 2 of the Ticats on-field preparation for the BC Lions, who visit Tim Hortons Field on Sunday night. We're going to talk a bit with the Ticat, although his time here was quite short, who will be this week's Alumnus of Distinction. We'll hear from kicker Marc Liegghio, a.k.a. Legs, great sobriquet for a kicker, no? And we'll talk to veteran and all-star guard Brandon Revenberg on what is literally, but more jarringly, figuratively, a 4-letter word to offensive linemen. If they were toddlers, we'd be spelling it out. S-A-C-K. Before all of that, though, here's a few things from today's practice. Power running back James Butler took part fully for the second day, although he's still in concussion protocol. This stage being how he reacted to yesterday's participation, which was well, combined with stacking, use that in quotes, similar day-after-day workouts on top of each other. In short, it's likely a weekend decision, but head coach Scott Milanovich says the team is confident in either Butler or Greg Bell, who played on Sunday in Ottawa at running back. Shemar Bridges made a couple of very tough receptions, really good grabs today, yet again, and he was about to make another one on a nice Bo Levi Mitchell corner when defensive back Kenneth George made an even nicer play for the knockdown. In other developments off the field, the CFL noted yesterday that this is the first time in its entire history, that 3 teams have started the same season at 0-4. That'd be Edmonton, Winnipeg, and, well, you know who else. The Ticats are looking to upend that on Sunday when BC comes to town. Now, the Lions have recorded 8 sacks, 2 behind league-leading Montreal, and can be ferocious up front. And another CFL stat from this week says that while sacks are down 33% this year, quarterbacks are getting the ball away more quickly and are also extending plays with their feet. Teams which win the sack battle are 10-2 in games this year. One of the new members of the Lions' defensive line is Christian Covington, who not only recorded 196 tackles and 10 sacks in an 8-year NFL career, he's the son of all-time Ticat Grover Covington, the Hall of Famer who spent 11 years in black and gold and was the most valuable defensive player in the Cats' 1986 Grey Cup win. Brandon Revenberg, one of the best offensive linemen in the league, knows his group will have their hands full on Sunday night.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of them yet. Obviously, we're watching the film. He's one of those guys that we have to take care of. I think they have a solid front, and ultimately we have to go out and do our job and play to the highest level that we can.
And he doesn't dispute how important it is in today's game for the line to limit sacks against.
Yeah, I mean, as an offensive lineman, you never want to give up a sack, right? Ultimately, that means that someone among the 5 typically did not do their job, right? And to be successful offensive line, you need 5 operating as 5, right? You can't have one guy mess up. You get one guy that mess up, that could be a sack right there. You guys tough on each other over there? Always. But I also think more so than anything is that we hold ourselves to the highest standard, right? So while we're always looking to help each other improve and holding everyone accountable, we ourselves hold ourselves to the highest standard.
The Ticats' offensive line, particularly the core central unit of Canadians, that'd be Revenberg, fellow guard Coulter Woodmansey, and center David Beard, know how important it is to not only have coordination and communication among each other, but also the third C, confidence. That's a huge concept in sports, and in the CFL, it often plays out in the place-kicking game. And although there have been many, I'd say multiple issues plaguing the Cats' special teams units, Marc Liegghio has not been one of them. He's 9 for 10 in field goals and a perfect 8 for 8 in converts. Yet Liegghio, used mostly as a punter with the Blue Bombers, couldn't find a permanent home in Winnipeg and was released 13 months ago. He signed 2 weeks later in Hamilton to replace the departed Seth Small and became the club's place kicker eventually. That happens a lot in the CFL. It did with Paul Osbaldon, for instance, a Ticat legend. Not quite getting a full toehold with your original team, then finding the right fit, the perfect fit, somewhere else down the road. Here's Scott Milanovich on that.
I don't know. I've had a number of them that are just like what you're saying. Swayze Waters was a little bit like that, and then we got Learham when Winnipeg didn't want him anymore. And I kicked a little in high school. I punted in college, so I feel like I get it a little bit. I just give those guys confidence, or I try to. I believe in them when their number's called. I don't, if it's in their range, we're going to kick it. And I think sometimes guys just second opportunity, they get relaxed, they've got some experience. Maybe they get into a little bit of a slump at some point and they get let go. But his confidence level, I think, is at an all-time high. 100%. Golfer, quarterback. I mean, all those things. I think the mental part of the game is important, and I think when things are going well, they obviously are hitting it more pure. He's been good. I trust him. I don't want to say too many good things about him and put the jinx on him, but he's doing a great job. He has since I got here. Even last year, tail end of the season, he was making his field goals, and he's consistent. He's hitting them good in practice. It's putting his kickoffs where he needs to. I'm pleased with where he's at. Had a good onside kick last week.
Liegghio himself agrees that it often takes a sense of being welcome to foster the confidence of a young professional athlete, and he found that when he signed with the Tiger Cats.
I just think, when Hamilton brought me in, just the comfortability level that I felt as soon as I got here, like everyone's very friendly, everyone's brothers in the change room, in the coach's office, upper management. I just thought like the transition was really easy. Getting here, the medical staff, the equipment staff, like just made it so easy, and just it felt like I've been here for a while already, right? And then just the guys on the team, they're just all great guys, and just like I love being around the team and in the change room. The atmosphere is just so good, and especially game day, the fans and the community that I've got to be a part of for the last 2 years now, especially being more in community events. It's just been an amazing feeling being with the Tiger Cats.
And of course, it doesn't hurt the sense of belonging that he went to college just an hour and a half to the west at Western and grew up less than an hour in the other direction from Hamilton in Woodbridge.
Yeah, it's nice, get to see family and friends at the game more often. You get a lot of guys asking for tickets. Some games I got like 20 to 40 tickets. People want to come watch me play, which is awesome. And I love seeing them in the stands. And, it's always funny hearing, when the extra points go, everyone's cheering and everyone's looking like, where's that noise coming from? It's like just my little fan crew up in the stands. So it's awesome.
This confidence, land on your feet, sense of home is one of the subtexts of Sunday night, because in comes Vernon Adams Jr., who leads the league in passing and was named the CFL's honor roll quarterback of the week. Many people forget that Adams had been traded to the Ticats from Saskatchewan in 2018, but never played for the team. He was in training camp and lost the number 3 job to Dane Evans. Remember, Johnny Manziel was number 2 at the time behind Jeremiah Mazzoli, and Coach June Jones announced that Adams would be traded. That didn't happen, and Adams actually switched to wide receiver and was eventually cut. He returned to the Owls and, ironically, eventually replaced Manziel, but then suffered a shoulder injury, lost the job in 2022 to Trevor Harris, and was traded to BC after Nathan Rourke departed for the NFL. He took over, and he's been terrific. It's one of those redemption, stick-to-it stories you like to see, right, head coach Milanovic?
Yeah, not this week, I don't. No, but yeah, I mean, anytime you see a guy that has the fortitude to stick with it and persevere, and then gets his shot, gets a real shot, and makes it happen, you're always happy for that guy. As a former player, as a coach, as a current player, you respect that, because everybody's been through their trials and tribulations to get this far. No, it hasn't been easy for anybody. So when somebody overcomes things like that, I think everybody respects that.
And finally, Timmy Chang, who was a Ticat in 2007 and 2008, returns to Hamilton as the Alumnus of Distinction for his achievements in coaching and will be honored on Sunday night. The man who left the University of Hawaii in 2004 as the NCAA's all-time career passing leader, a record which stood for 7 years, is entering his 3rd year as head coach at Hawaii, a major Division I school and his own alma mater. He got into coaching because of former Ticat head coach June Jones and as former Ticat Jeff Reinbold on his staff this year. Here's a bit of Chang, whom we'll talk to at length in a future Ticats Today episode about how he went from pro prospect to getting the inspiration to become a coach.
Times have changed. Well, now all quarterbacks are in shotgun, and now, they're all playing in spread offenses. And so, I look at those things as as full circle and as a story to tell, is that, maybe I wasn't ready for the time of playing professionally and maybe in the NFL. So I ended up in the CFL, and, it was in that locker room in Ivory Wind that I really recall and remember sitting in that locker room and just being like, hey man, I think I want to be a coach. And we're, I had
Really?
I had quarterbacks around me like Casey Printers and Williams, and we were just sitting down in the locker room, and I was looking around, and I was like, maybe I can do this for a living. And so that's where my imagination sparked, and it kind of took me on a journey, and here I am, so many years later.
We'll hear more from Timmy Chang and other Ticats Todays, but for now, thanks for joining us, and please catch us tomorrow from Day 3 at Tim Hortons Field as the Ticats get their final full workout before Sunday's Battle of the Felines, the Lions against the Tiger Cats.
This has been Ticats Today with Steve Milton. Catch it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.